Hey there, Danielle Matthews here. I am so excited to have another episode of real people having real results with this incredible redox signaling technology. You know, I've been working with this for years, and I tell people all the time I get paid in goosebumps with what I watch on a daily basis. And I think it's hard for people to believe sometimes because breakthroughs, frankly, they sound too good to be true. And that's why I wanted to bring you real people, real stories, having real experiences with this technology. And so I'm really excited today to have Jason Powers with me. So Jason, will you take a moment to just introduce yourself and let everybody know a little bit about you, what you do?
First of all, I say aloha. Got the aloha, feeling the aloha right now. Aloha, and actually it's interesting, that just came to me just now because I was just feeling, how do I want to say hello? And I love saying aloha. People go, are you from Hawaii? I go, no, I love Hawaii. I've been there numerous times, but I love the spirit of aloha, which is the breath that we all share, the one breath that is in, and the breath, when I think of God, when I think of the universal force, I think of the breath, and I am grateful to breathe. So I'm out here in beautiful Southern California with my wife and my son, who I homeschool during the day, but he's off during the summertime. He's 15 and a half, almost 16, gonna be driving crazy, scary. But my beloved wife and I were about to celebrate our 6th wedding anniversary coming up tomorrow.
Oh, happy anniversary.
Yeah, thank you. But professionally, I came to LA at 19 to pursue the acting business. I've been an entertainer since I was 11 years old. I grew up on stage. I swear I had a microphone in my hand when I was born. Break dancer, loved music and singing. And so being that entertainer was always part of it. And I fell into DJing when I was about 22 out here in Los Angeles. And I've been doing it for 3 decades. I produce and MC, DJ, amazing events. And as I create magical musical celebrations of love with music. And the music is that backdrop of people's special days. And I love doing weddings. And that's been a large chunk. I've done voiceover work here in Los Angeles, acting in every kind of bit of that. But my passion these last 5-6 years is my wife and I, we have a business called The Powers of Love. And our last name is The Powers. And we love love. As a DJ, on DJ One Love. And if you call my phone, it says love is the most powerful force in the universe. Use it intelligently. And I truly believe that I think it was John Leguizamo at the end of Moulin Rouge, in the song from Nature Boy, I think it's Nat King Cole. What does the world want? To love and be loved. That's all we want. And so we help and we bring a spiritual solution to couples who are at that place of breakthrough. And we help transform relationships. And that is a passion that is going to take me on into I think I'm done in this lifetime.
Wow.
We do workshops, and we just finished a book in January, the international bestseller called Navigating the Clickety-Clack, How to Live Peaceful in a Seemingly Toxic World. And we joined Michael Beckwith and John D. Martini, and we were part of talking about those transitional times in relationship. Heather's been through 2 divorces. I've been through 1, and they're hard, but sometimes you can consciously disconnect without hurting the children and hurting one another. And so that's a little bit of who we are. Got a little few hats I wear in the world, but
yeah, absolutely. Well, I'll say this for people that are interested in your work as a DJ, the couples work that you guys do, we'll put all the links below so you can click around and have a look deeper. And if it's something that resonates with you, please reach out to work with Jason. So let's dive into the redox and how you're in my life intersected and how this technology came into your world. So why don't you share with everybody what it was that attracted you to it originally, or actually in your case, it was kind of a no then a yes, which I love. So go ahead and talk us through that.
Well, initially it came to us, I think, in the kind of fall of 2021. Dear friends of Heather and I, Shannon and Bob Simon, Shannon Plummer, they're just 2 of the dearest friends. We have been journeying with those 2, doing music in various parts of the United States, and they're just 2 mirrors of our heart. And I found out that they were doing something. They were ready to actually do what was called Fitness Lab, Stretch Lab. It was a franchise company that they were going to invest their life savings into in creating an amazing thing. And And then all of a sudden they switched gears, and I started seeing, they were at this convention and they were talking about, I'm like, wow, what are these two doing now? And
Danielle came along.
and then, yeah, they go, you got to meet Danielle, you got to come and see what we're about. And we're like, sure. And we meet you, and it was just like, you were lovely and it was beautiful. And we're like, no, we're focused on what we're doing over here. We don't want to be distracted by, it sounds amazing. I'm sure it works, but it's just not. It's a no for us at the time.
Yeah.
So flash forward 3-4 months later, I had a really health scare. I nearly did not make it out of this place. I had a really bad case that took me to the hospital for about 10 days. And Bob called me up and said, hey, I'm going to send you some of this. And he sent me a sample, and he said, just get it in your body. And so I started drinking it, started breathing it in. I started just really allowing this. I came home on oxygen. I was on full oxygen support in the hospital, and they sent me home on on oxygen. And honestly, transparently, 3 days later, I sent the oxygen home. I didn't need it anymore. My levels had gone up. And that cough, I'd ask the nurses, I go, when is this cough going to go away? Yeah. They said, depends, 3 to 6 months, and I'm like, oh my God, that cough was just horrendous. Literally weeks, the cough was gone.
Amazing. I know, it's absolutely incredible. I recall, like, I remember getting on Zoom with you, and you had the oxygen, and then boom, it's gone.
Yeah. So grateful.
I know. And it's like, I also watched you and Heather open up to this, and we'll have Heather on another time to share her perspective on this. But I watched you guys take a leap to go out and meet this company and actually meet the founder, look at the production facility, see the CEO, the president who runs this, because the heart and soul of an organization, to me, it really matters. Why did something get birthed into existence? What is their mission and intention? And I remember you and Heather saying, look, if we're going to align ourselves with something, we want to really understand it at that core level. So talk a little bit about what you found when you went there, because you have a unique perspective getting to do that. Not everybody does.
Yeah, I felt like I was going into Willy Wonka land. I was like, oh my gosh. And I mean, it was just immaculate, like, and simple. There was something that was so beautifully simple and pure about being there. And I mean, it was just, we got to meet the heart and soul of the company. And I'll tell you honestly, there's this part of the office where you go in and you see the founder, Vertus Norton's, his kind of like homage to Vertus, his desk and his chair. And Danielle, I don't know if you know this, but when I went in there, the first thing I noticed was this mandala. I get chills. This mandala that was sitting on the wall. And I know the artist, and I know those mandalas, and I know that those are actually, there's certain art, everybody, when you look at it, it has an activation power. It actually does. When you mandala work, like, you can stare at mandalas and go into meditation. And there was something so mystical and spiritual about that choice. I'm like, why is that there? And that gave me such an anchor point. Once again, for those of you who don't know, I got 1111 tattooed on my thumbs. I love synchronicity. I love line signs, symbols, and things that align. And like, even the dragonfly, like, we love the dragonfly. We're all passionate about the dragonfly and what that symbolically means, from its little time in the water and then rising up like the butterfly. But seeing this, and it was the president, Scott Aldridge, and he got up and he shared his heart. I wept. I was weeping so much, of going, this is so much more than a product. Yeah. This is so much more than, this is a family that really, this is a gift of the divine that is transforming lives and bringing hope and healing and prosperity and community and legacy, longevity. There's so much good. Like, when I was laying in bed or laying on the couch when I was still recovering, I was watching the ethos and got to hear, Tyler talk about the heart. When he mentioned Ubuntu, I lost it. I'm like, I've been following the Ubuntu movement and understanding what's good for the one's good for the many. Like, we rise together, this idea that we win together. Yeah. And this isn't just an idea, because sometimes in these kind of companies, they talk the game, but not really truly living it. And from the top to everybody I would continue to meet, you just felt like you were home. And I know that's cheesy to say, but I felt like, I remember I looked at Bob and Shannon, Heather and I were just tears in our eyes, just going, we love you forever.
Yes, thank you for bringing this, Jeff. I know
Yeah.
it's incredible. I mean, it's like I have friends that talk about this, like the 5D economy, right? They say, look, Danielle, everyone's searching for this 5D economy, and it's right here. Like it's right in front of us, a way to grow, to prosper, to be abundant. And that Ubuntu movement, right? It's I am because we are, and together we rise. And if you get helped, I get helped. If I get helped, you get helped. It's just it's an incredible thing that we're all interconnected in that way. And that's how the business works. That's how this technology works, going in and helping your system. I mean, it's so incredible to have the whole package. And that's why I wanted to have this show, because I want people to see and feel and understand on a deep level, on a heart level, what it is that, I've been blessed to spend my time doing, and why you're now spending your time, your talents, your energy on this. I mean, it's something that I feel the world deserves to know about. And so any last thoughts on that note, really, why is it that you have such a passion that the world gets to hear about this?
Well, I love how you just said this is a 5D economy. This is a 5D technology. There's just a new, there's something new. We know that the old is crumbling around us. We can feel it. It's scary because we don't know what's coming forth. But what I do know is that, like, I like to think of Michael Jackson's Billie Jean, like every lit step always is presented. And the lit steps that are being presented with this company is showing you that there's a path of prosperity, there's a path of healing, there's a path of hope. And there's so much potential that we have yet to tap into in our own lives. And I feel like for us, for Heather and I, this is just a perfect marriage. When I went to convention, and I really came away with like, okay, how do we summarize? Because it's, this is part of what we do. We're here to transform lives in relationships, individually and in relationship. As I say, you go on the arc 2 by 2, we get out of here, 2 by 2 in relationship. And we empower the potential in your life, as that it feels so, and that's the mission of this company. We power potential. And I feel like I've been told my whole life, you have such potential, Jason. And I feel like this company gives, like, it makes sense. It's like, oh yes, you're this. I will lock arms with you, Danielle. I will lock arms with Tyler. I'll lock arms with this company, because everything's here to empower the potential for what I'm here to do, is to transform lives and help this planet be a little bit happier, healthier, and freer financially. And just, we require one another. So there's just so much yes, like we often say, if it's not a full body yes in your life, don't do it. And from the moment go, when I started having my transformation, it was a full body yes. And we're in it to win it. We're in it for the long haul. And you've just been such a support to Heather and I. We thank you, Danielle.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm grateful. I mean, what's been so fun for me is the people that are being drawn in to work with this and to integrate it into their life and what they're meant to do here, and how it then empowers them to show up bigger in their space. And like the ripple effect from all that we do together is it's incredible. It's an intangible, but it's why we do it. And that's why this show exists. So I'm so grateful for your time. Thank you for coming on. And
Thank you, Danielle.
if you want to learn more, there'll be links below. Reach out. Jason is happy to talk with you. I'm happy to talk with you as well. We want you to just be empowered with knowledge and decide what to do with that. So with that, I hope all of you have a beautiful day. And thank you again for being here.
Aloha.